What's up, everybody? I just want to give y'all a quick update. Today is Monday the 22nd. It is 8:55 a.m. The market is getting ready to open in about 35 minutes. Just wanted to do a quick analysis on Nas. So far, nothing really changed too much from my most previous analysis. We are in an uptrend. So I will primarily be looking for buys in the market unless a significant structure break happens. For example, on a 4-hour chart, if I see some of these lows, I'll use my horizontal ray. And sorry if it sounds like I'm gassed. I'm actually super gassed right now. I'm walking to class and I'm in Michigan, so it's snowing and it's kind of like a lot of snow on the ground. It's not the easiest weather to walk in, but I'll make this quick. So where my purple line is, the market will essentially have to come down there and break those lows that was made. If the market and mind you, this is a 4-hour chart. So if the market comes down and break those and break that structure, then I will be looking for sales. But until then, I'll be a buyer. Now, granted, today, let me change that statement. I'll be a buyer for the most part. Today, which is Monday, and I don't typically like to trade Mondays. I feel like there's a lot of fake outs in Mondays. So the market is kind of giving us a vibe that it wants to pull back. But I don't think it's going to happen today, honestly. I think maybe tomorrow it'll be a better day. And I think like that because of also, Forex Factory. There's no real news folders or anything coming out today. So I don't really see anything that could influence the market to have a really big move. Okay, so this right here, I'm using my fib right now to show you guys that entire range on a 1 hour. So where my purple line at right here, this purple line that I zoomed in on, if you guys look under that, there's a fair value gap under that. So that's where I would really be looking to take the market up for a buy within this range. Okay, so this is the range I'm looking at right now. When the market come down there, that's when I'll start really looking for buys. But as of now, I'm not looking for buys because obviously we're in a discount. Oh, I'm sorry, we're in a premium. So you never want to buy in a premium. You never want to sell in a discount. Think about it as if like you own a business and you're selling a product. You don't want to sell that product for a discount, and you don't want to buy it back from anybody for a premium price. So what I'll be doing is waiting for the market to come into a discount before I start looking for buys again. So because I think that the market can retrace lower and go into a discount, I think this week I'll mostly be looking for sales. But I can't really tell right now. I have to wait until the market opens, and I have to see what's going to happen today. So the trade plan I have so far today, I'll remove this fib. I don't want things to get too confusing. So right here, where this red line is at, that is the open of my midnight candle. Every time price goes below this candle, I'm going to be looking for a buy. So you see, every time price goes below this opening, the opening of that candle, I'll be looking for a buy. So as you can see right here, price went below it, spiked up. We came up here and took out the buy side, right? Took out the buy side, and now we came down and took out a low. So what I'm going to be waiting for, and this is why I hate trading Mondays, because it can be super confusing, right? Most people, and I'll remove this off of my chart, a lot of people, and when I first started to learn ICT, I was actually one of them. I would say, oh man, we took out the buy stops. Perfect. It made a fair value gap, right? I will mark this fair value gap up, and then I'll start looking for sales. Now, granted, you can do that, and you probably more than likely you can take this sell if you're looking to scalp it. As long as you're looking to scalp it, it will probably work. But because we're in a buyer's market, you may just want to stay away from it. I recently just made a video about, counter trend trading, and these type of markets is super risky. And I don't really recommend it to any new traders. But what I like right here is this right here. I like that the market is making some sell stops in here. Where my blue line is at, it's not going to be perfect. Just work with me. I'm trying to do this fast because I have a busy day ahead of me. And I may not even be able to record my trade live, but you guys will see something, hopefully, if I had the time, because I want to share with you guys. So I'm looking for a price to go down here, take out these sell stops. There's a fair value gap that I already have marked out right here, this fair value gap. And then I want to see price come back up and take out the buy stops that was created. So I'm pretty much assuming that this is going to be somewhat of a consolidation type of a day. Okay, there's the high. So I'm looking for a price to come up, take out the sell stops, and then go into this lower fair value gap. I'll change the color so you guys can know. Go into this fair value gap, that's orange, the orange box, which is a 15-minute fair value gap, and then have some type of a bounce either back to this fair value gap, right, the red box, or I would like to even see it go higher and take out the buy stops, which is the top blue line, and then go a little bit higher for the entire Monday. So I'm looking, essentially what I'm looking is for this to be a green day, right? I'm looking for my daily candle to be a green day. You see it's already green. I don't think that it's going to start going too much lower. I mean, obviously it could, You could always be wrong in your analysis. So I'm going to be looking to adapt as well. It may just want to come lower today. So the point I'm trying to make is, like, for right now, I can't really know. I have to wait and see what the market does when it opens. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update so you guys can know what I'm thinking about. So if I can't record my trade live, at least you can see it maybe in hindsight. And then, I'll just do a review of the trade that I took, if I even take a trade at all today. But all right, I'll see you guys around market open. All right, what's up, everybody? Real quick, I just wanted to go over the trades that I took today. So far, we ended the day a little over $500 in profit, which is about 0.5% on a 100K account. Okay, so just real quick, I'm going to go over the trades that I took. This morning, I was looking at these relative equal highs right here. Okay, I'll just use the bodies. I was looking at these relative equal highs right here. So when the market came through and took those highs out, then it came down and it created a fair value gap. It created two of them, actually. Well, actually, no, I was looking at the 15-minute chart. I want to take you guys exactly to the chart that I was looking at. So I was looking at the 15-minute chart. This fair value gap right here was created. If you don't know what fair value gaps are, make sure you go to ICT's channel, learn about that strategy. I definitely recommend that to everybody who's trading in any market. Just learn it. So this candle right here created a fair value gap. So this was my first trade. But as you guys can see, when the market came back up around the market open, literally at 9:30, the market decided they wanted to keep running to take out this high right here. This high right here. So the market wanted to go back up there and take out this high. Now, when I was live trading this, the market was moving really fast, and even though I was kind of like feeling like today was going to be a good day to sell, there was still some concern, you know, when you see the market moving this fast. So yeah, I just closed that out for a loss, and I just waited for more information. So when the buy stops was taken, okay, the buy stops is where the blue line is at. The market instantly came back down into this fair value gap right here, this 15-minute fair value gap. Now I'm going to switch time frames because my second trade came off of the 5-minute fair value gap, which is also, as you guys can see, is pretty much still the same fair value gap. It's the 15-minute fair value gap. But, you know, during the actual live market, what I do is I update everything. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I put this 5-minute fair value gap on my chart. And then when the market came in here, that is when I took my second trade idea on the day. Oh, actually, I'll take that back, you guys. That was my third trade idea. My second trade idea was from the 15 minutes as well. Sorry about that. I'll make this real quick for you guys who care to learn. Okay, so I was looking at this imbalance right here. So when the market at 9:30, when the market took out the buy stops, it came down really fast. As you can see, this big candle right here, it came down really fast. So what I did was I caught a buy because I figured, hey, if I'm going to buy, this is probably the last time to do it. So I caught a buy off of this candle. I think I only rolled it up for maybe like 15 points. It wasn't nothing too crazy because I did feel like I was, you know, counter trend trading again. So I wanted to be a little bit more quick this time around. So I did lock in a couple dollars off of that trade, and then I got some of my money back that I lost from the first trade. That didn't really stop me out. You know, the crazy thing is I would have never even lost the first trade if I didn't close it manually because it never stopped me out. But that's fine. And then my third trade idea, after seeing the buy stops ran, fair value gap created. Okay, I have to go back to the 5 minutes so you guys don't get confused. So after the buy stops was ran right here, this fair value gap was created. And this is where I took my third trade right here. Okay, so I can't remember what candle I got in off of. I will add a attachment of the screenshots of my entries. But I got in pretty much off one of these candles. And my goal was to just sell back at the fair value gap that I bought from the last time. So the trade idea would have looked like this. You know, it would have looked like this right here. And I wanted more, but as I said in the beginning, in the first part of the video, I didn't really think that this would be a really huge day. So my trade idea for this one was this right here. Try to make everything nice and quick for everybody. I don't really remember. Let's just say it was like that. I probably put my stop loss up here. And then take profit was down here. So nothing crazy. Not even really a one-on-one, but it's a high probable setup. So that's why I took it. And that was my third trade. So I took that down. I sold that about right here. Had a really good exit on this trade right here. I sold that about right there somewhere. And then the market went back up. It went back up. So, you know, at this time, the market was still pretty confusing, even though, you know, you should just be looking to sell after seeing the buy stops being ran. The market was still respecting these levels. It wasn't disrespecting it the way I wanted to see it be disrespected. Like, it wasn't going against it fast enough for me. So eventually it did come down. It broke below. Now this is what's interesting, you guys. So notice on the 15-minute chart, okay, you have a imbalance right here. The one that I marked up in the yellow box. Let me remove this so you guys don't get confused. Mind you, this is an imbalance, right? So ICT teaches this as a fair value gap. Now, once it's broken below, he teaches it as a inversion fair value gap. So you could have just used this inversion fair value gap to take a sell, or, right, this is the cool thing, right? And this is where you learn how to trade, just from playing with the charts long enough and just watching the market move live. Okay, I was watching this. This was my last trade. I was watching this. I was on a 5-minute chart, and then I seen this fair value gap. So I waited for the market to drop and then come back into this fair value gap. So, but then what ended up happening was that right here, okay, I'll put an arrow on that for you guys. Right here, the market broke above this 5-minute fair value gap. And at first, I was a little concerned, but not really. But what I did was, before I closed my trade for a loss, I wanted to make sure that I, just wasn't paying attention, because I've done that so many times before. So I switched to the 10-minute fair value gap, and then I said, oh, it's a 10-minute fair value gap right there too. And what I noticed was that price did not break below the fair value gap. So even though I entered way too early, the trade was still valid to go to the downside. Now, right here, if I were to, mind you guys, I was busy today. The price instantly comes down right here. I was up about $1,200, but I did not lock it in because my goal was to sell right here. My goal was to sell right here. That was my profit. Okay, so what happened was, as you guys can see, the market started to come back up, and from there, it became very choppy. It became very choppy, and I didn't like it. So what I did was I closed for a small profit just because I was green on the day. I didn't want to get too fancy. Okay, look at all of that consolidation. Eventually, it did go to my take profit, but by then it was too late. I was done for the day. And the last thing I want to point out to you guys too, when you're reading price action, you want to eventually learn how to start paying attention to everything. Everything that ICT teaches, you can use it on an everyday basis. You can use it like all the time. So like this right here is a rejection block. Okay, look at how the bodies of that candle stay within that rejection block. If I wanted to be a complete degenerate and keep trading, I almost thought about it, to be honest with you. I could have taken this buy right here. Now, you may say, well, oh, it's in a downtrend. Why would you take this buy? Well, when you study price action, what you will eventually learn is that our bigger target on the 4-hour was down here, right? This big blue box. This was our bigger target on the 4-hour. Okay. Or actually, sorry, that was on the 1-hour, I believe. So this is our target on the 1-hour. So we're not going to get there right away. And the more you pay attention to price, you will always notice we never get there right away. Never. Sometimes the market will come like this. Sometimes the market, even when it's going down, sometimes it'll come right here, stop. And then it'll say, oh, we don't want to go there no more because everybody think we're going there. Now we got to go back up here and run up the buy stops. So that's essentially what I was thinking about today, because it does this so much. If you guys study ICT, then you already know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go learn from ICT. I'm not trying to have you guys learn from me. I'm just showing you guys how I use the concepts. So let me see. Okay, so that was on the 10-minute chart. Boom, look at that. This little move right here gave you about 40 to 50 points. Good move. And then from here, we're stuck in between a rejection block and a fair value gap. So it's probably just going to consolidate for the rest of the day. And then that's that. So, yeah, I'll post my trades right here for you guys. This is how much money I've made. And this is where I am at currently on my phase 1 for my 100K account. And I'll be keeping you guys updated with everything. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment, let me know any videos you guys want me to do. Any questions you guys have, please reach out. You know, I really want to build a community of struggling traders, honestly. I mean, that's just what I want to build. I want to, because I feel like so many people don't talk about, you know, the struggles and the process, and people don't really show you guys those beginner levels. Everybody just always pop up when they have already mastered trading, and then they're like, oh, just sign up for my course, buy my signal service. So, you know, I want to kind of show you guys the process. So if you like this video, like I said, leave a like, man, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.